Hey YouTubers, it's Nuke. More Group of Death action for you here today. The 5th round of play in the round of 16. This is going to be between YellOw and Jaedong. We'll see if Jaedong will finally take a loss in this group, although it's not really looking likely. I mean, YellOw's pretty good versus Zerg, but he's not Jaedong good. Very few people are Jaedong good, especially in Zerg versus Zerg. He's in a completely different echelon from every other player when it comes to Zerg versus Zerg. So YellOw does not have much of a chance, but YellOw has pulled off some pretty good play versus Zerg in the past. He's most famous for his last OSL where he went for a proxy sunken against July, I think it was, in their tiebreaker. Even though he didn't make it out of that tiebreaker, that was great play, and it won him the game. So we'll see if he can go for something similar against Jaedong here. He's already lost a ZVZ against Effort, so we'll see what he can do. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This is actually not the first game I've commentated on today. I started off with the duel with Ranchin of the Bisu versus Zero game, which I have to say is required Nuka Night viewing. So I hope you watch that because it was freaking amazing. But down here at the 8 o'clock position in Beige is YellOw. So close to YellOw, but I don't think I've ever seen YellOw be YellOw. So close that time. But anyways, up here in a fiery red is Jaedong at the 10 o'clock position. Scouting the right direction is YellOw's Beige Sad Overlord. I wish I was YellOw. But anyways, let's get a couple of predictions from the Nukenites. Calvin's hang. There's 3 G's at the end of that. He says, or she says, whatever, Jaedong will smash all with his Mutamicro. We'll see if that pans out. Megadeth QC writes in all caps, the Tyrant will kill every Legends in this OSL. I don't think that's proper English, but whatever. There's a chicken eating a Mutalisk. It's nice to see that the Koreans are branching out, bringing in some very artistic, very smart signs up here. But it looks like Jaedong is probably going for an overpull. I think it was an overpull, either that or a 9-pull. I'll have to take a look at that again, see if there's a second Overlord coming out. Could be a 9-pull. Jaedong is scouting the wrong direction, so if he's going for a 9-pull, it might be a bit tough for him to cope. But we'll see what happens. YellOw, in the meantime, is getting out. He's morphing all of his eggs into drones, which probably means he's going for a 12-pull. I can't imagine YellOw going for a hatchery at this point, but he might. He might go for a hatchery against what seems to be a 9-pull from Jaedong. I did not see the second Overlord, so I think this is a 9-pull build from him, going straight for his gas, and this is a 12-pull from YellOw. So Jaedong, if he wants to get it done, if he wants to get this early advantage with his Zerglings done, he's going to have to pick off a few Zerglings, because he is going to be behind as far as economy goes. He's going to have fewer drones on minerals for a longer amount of time, and YellOw knows about this now. YellOw is scouting right now, so YellOw is putting down a second hatchery inside of his main, so I think YellOw is going to go straight up Zerglings. Oh my god, he knows that Jaedong scouted the wrong direction with his initial Overlord, so he's going to go all in Zerglings. At least that's what I think he's going to do. I did not see him putting down the lair at all, but Jaedong is coming down here with his Zerglings, going to try to get it done with those early Zerglings. And if he manages to get inside of the main of YellOw's, this is going to look very, very bad for YellOw. YellOw still hasn't pumped his Zerglings yet. Now he's just now getting his Zerglings out to defend his choke. He's going to try to keep that scouting information away. This is going to be very close. He is hovering right here, trying to keep Jaedong out. Jaedong is trying to sneak in, and I thought for sure that Jaedong would manage to break through there, but Jaedong is coming down with even more Zerglings, going to try to get things done there. The lair finally coming up for YellOw, so this might be a 2 hatchery Mutalisk build from YellOw soon. Looks like Jaedong is coming in here with a single Zergling. He might scout it, but he does not scout this. So who knows? YellOw might be thinking about a Zergling all-in. This would be the best circumstance to do a Zergling all-in, because Jaedong, both of his Overlords, are not within range right now. And he is going for his Spires, so he has absolutely nothing to defend against a massive amount of Zerglings. But we'll see what YellOw decides to do. He's pumping troops here, probably Zerglings, so he could at least be going for very heavy initial Zerglings to at least put a lot of pressure on Jaedong, keep him inside of his main, and keep his Mutalisk busy when they finally do pop. Because Jaedong is going to have Mutalisk first, The Spire just now coming down for Yellow. That's pretty behind the Spire from Jaedong. So we'll see if he makes use of a bunch of Zerglings, or maybe he's pumping a lot of drones at this point. I do not see a lot of Zerglings out here, so maybe I miscalled this build from Yellow. He's going up. He's actually bypassing the Zerglings for Jaedong. Jaedong sees this with his Overlord, so he's going to come in, try to do some economic harassment here. He might be able to get a lot of drone kills if Yellow's not too careful. Yellow, he has some Zerglings at home to defend, but he lost 2 drones that I saw, so that's definitely not looking good for him. Yellow, in the meantime, is coming up here trying to surround Jaedong's Zerglings, but Jaedong, I believe, got the speed upgrade, and I don't think Yellow did. No, Yellow did not get the speed upgrade, so Jaedong pretty much picked off all of Yellow's Zerglings there, and now Jaedong is going to have Mutalisk out first. And we all know what Jaedong is capable of with Mutalisk, and Jaedong completely getting rid of all of the Zerglings that were running at his base. So, wow, Jaedong pretty much has this game. Unless Yellow can make use of that double hatchery. I think that hatchery was pretty much to make Zerglings, just to have, in case that Jaedong went for a lot of Zerglings of his own, he would have dual hatcheries to be able to overwhelm Jaedong eventually. But he's going to be able to use these for a lot of Mutalisks too. So we'll see if Jaedong can make use of his early advantage before the first Mutalisk come out. The Mutalisk will be out very soon, and Jaedong is kind of twiddling his thumbs in the middle of the map. I think he's going to try to hunt some Overlords. But yeah, basically the initial fast Mutalisk here will not really do much for Jaedong. Jaedong being forced away by the Scourge, and Jaedong trying to micro against the Scourge, but I think most of the Scourge landing on Jaedong, so I don't think he really had enough Mutalisk there to micro against that. He's trying to pick off some Zerglings here, but Yellow is defending his front very, very well. He's coming up with a couple of Zerglings, getting a lot done here, picking off. He's going to be able to pick off one of Jaedong's Zerglings, I think, if he keeps throwing in his own Zerglings. Yellow is going to have this game because Yellow has 2 hatcheries at this point. He's going to be able to get out way more troops than Jaedong. Jaedong's, in the meantime, trying to come in here, pick off more drones, but a bit unsuccessful. Yellow did a very good job of stacking his drones and getting them out of harm's way. And now Yellow is picking off more Zerglings. So Yellow is slowly taking the advantage in this game, and you can see it on Jaedong's face. He knows he's stuck inside one base with 1 hatchery, so definitely not looking good for him as far as that goes. He's going to have to get out some nice Mutalisk micro, because he's going to be dealing with double the Mutalisk coming at him. Oh, Yellow picking off drones. Oh, Yellow's picking off these drones. And oh man, this could decide the whole group right here, basically, unless Effort wins against, well, you know what? If Effort wins against Flash in their next game, he's going to have a tiebreaker with Jaedong. That'll be absolutely insane. But yeah, I think Jaedong's going to lose here. It looks like Yellow's coming up with a bunch of Zerglings. He still has double the hatcheries of Jaedong, so he's going to be able to get out more troops eventually. Jaedong's trying to even things out with Scourge, trying to get lucky land those Scourge, but Yellow doing a great job picking off the Scourge, and now Jaedong trying to land even more Scourge here, but he's completely outnumbered as Yellow is running into his base with Zerglings. Yellow takes it. Jaedong GG's. And Yellow is basically, he's at least guaranteed a tiebreaker here. Oh my god. Never mind what I said earlier. I thought Yellow had 3 wins, but he has 2. He has 2 wins, 1 loss. Jaedong has 2 wins, 1 loss. And we'll see if Effort can pull it off. I mean, all eyes are on Flash at this point. Flash, are you going to let the kid through? If Flash wins, both Flash and Effort lose. So we'll see if Flash is feeling generous in their next game. This has been Nuke. See you all later.